Hello everyone. Today we are analyzing the interbolsa case. This is the Colombian's biggest financial fraud scandal. Interbolsa went from being the country's leading brokerage firm to complete bankruptcy in 2012 due to reckless speculation and corporate corruption. The key actors involved were Intel Bolsa's top executives who prioritized personal profit over fiduciary duty, alongside external speculation on expecting retail investors and financial regulators like the superintendency. The core ethical problem was systemic market manipulation. Executives illegally use client money and repo transaction to artificially inflate the stock price of Fabricato, a textile company. They create a massive speculative bubble, falling completely in risk governance, conflict of interest management, and basic financial ethics.
So, in this part of presentation, I will talk about the solutions, responsibilities, and lessons learned for the Interbolsa case. This case was not only a financial collapse, but also a failure of ethics, corporate governance, and risk management. We will analyze who was responsible, the impact on investors, and the measures that were implemented to prevent similar situations in the future. The table summarizes the main responsibilities of the institutions involved. First, Interbolsa directors manipulate the market and acted under conflicts of interest. As a result, they face criminal prosecution, liquidation of the company, and bans from working in the financial industry. Second, the funeral superintendent was criticized for setting too late and for not monitoring the growing risk effectively. After the case, financial regulation became stricter, especially regarding repo transaction and leverage limits. And third, the audit firms failed to detect important accounting problems, leading to stronger legal responsibilities for auditors. Finally, the Colombian stock exchange allows excessive concentration in one stock, so new mechanisms were introduced to the reduce this type of market risk. The financial impact of the interborsal collapse was enormous. More than 419 investors and companies were directly affected. Victims claimed around 254 billion Colombian pesos in losses, but only about 65 million billion pesos were recovered, which represents approximately 25%. Large institutional investors, including pension funds, also suffered significant losses. Beyond the financial damage, the biggest consequence was the loss of confidence in Colombian capital market. After the interborsal case, several pertinent measures were proposed. First, financial institutions should establish stricter liquidity controls and stronger limits on risky operations. The second, continuous foreign Audits can help detect fraud and countering irregularities before they become major problems. Third, a stronger corporate government is essential. Companies should have independent board members, effective international controls, and secure wage channels. This action help create a more transparent, third financial system. In conclusion, the interboard high stage several important lessons. First, ethical must always come before profits. The second, transparency is essential because investors need accurate information to make informed decisions. Third, regulation should monitor financial markets properly instead of reacting only after problems occur. And finally, a control is necessary to protect inversions and maintain confidence in the financial systems. The biggest lesson is the financial system without ethical is never sustainable. Thanks.